When I was young, my brother and I built a boat with our father. We spent several years sailing and exploring the Patuxent River. And then I met Toni.
Peter and I spent many happy times on that boat, and so when we got married, we built a larger boat and ventured out into the Chesapeake Bay and its many rivers.
We crewed on larger boats with dreams of sailing the world, but then life took another turn.
Today, we look forward to retirement with dreams of leaving it all behind. Come join us on our journey to sail the seas.
Welcome to this special episode of Sailing with No Agenda. We're doing this episode out of sequence because we want to keep everybody updated with the construction of our Seawind 1260 moments in time. This boat is going through the construction phase.
How long did it take you to do that, Peter?
It took way too long. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the special effects. Anyway, we're now in the detailing and quality assurance phase. So we wanted to share the episode and bring everybody up to date. So enjoy. Our Seawind 1260 hull SC673 is progressing well. We have now entered the detailing and QA phase of the build. This means the final bits and pieces are being installed, and then we'll see the electronics being installed and things being tested. We are still on track for completion in the first week of January 2024. Let's get started. From the port bow, we can see that all windows are now installed. This does trigger the third progress signal. We can also see all locker covers installed, the mast-based blocks, all deck blocks are installed, all hatches are now installed, and the self-tacking jib track and stops are installed. Standing on the port hull, looking forward, we can now see that the dolphin seat framework is in place. We have the forward crossbeam, and the Seagull striker is now rigged, and we also have the tramps installed. Moving on to the transom, we can see some progress there as well. We now see the drogue attachments, and the scupper covers are now installed. Moving on to the starboard side, we can see the dinghy braces installed and the grab rail installed. Looking straight on from the starboard side, we can see significant progress. First, we can see the bottom has been painted. We see the washer through hull as well as the forward head through hull holes drilled. Again, all the windows are in place. The lifelines are installed. We still see another view of the dolphin seat, and we actually can see the starboard running light. Let's step into the cockpit. There's all kinds of progress here. First off, we can see that the main sail view window in the coach roof is installed. Looking at the helm positions, we can see a lot of cutouts. We can see the Yanmar engine panels, one for each engine, the hole for the compass. We can see where the throttle controls are going, the two B&G Tritons, the anchor control counter, and the auto helm controls are all cut out. We also can see the hole cut out for the shore power outlet, and the grab rails in the cockpit are installed. If you look on the far side, you can see the cockpit speaker hole is cut out, and not marked on this, you can see that the helm mechanism positions are installed and the covers for the diesel air intakes. Looking aft in the cockpit, we can see all the inspection hatch covers are installed. We can see the cockpit sink and the cooking grill covers are now installed. We can also see our modular coolers are on board. These also function as modular seating. They are stored under the helm seats, and we also can see, not marked, the cover for the cockpit seat there. I know there's a lot of progress in the saloon area, but visible we can see the cutouts for the isolation switches. Stepping down into the port hull, we see some additional cutouts. We see the holes cut out for the bilge alarms and controls. We see a rectangular hole, which I believe is the Spectral Watermaker control panel. And we also see the cutout for the widescreen TV. Stepping into the owner's head, we can see all the doors in the cabinetry and the engine room have been installed. We can see the flush switch for the electric toilet installed. We can see the opening hatch has been completed, and we can actually see the sink and the faucet, even though they're protected by the cardboard. Looking forward in the port hull, which is the owner's hull, by the way, we can see obviously the windows have all been installed. We can see the side and ceiling panels are now installed. and the top hatch have been installed, even though it's not trimmed out just yet. Stepping into the owner's stateroom, we can see some progress as well. The cabin stateroom door has been installed. We now see the ceiling panels are in place, and if you look, you can see some rough wiring in for the lights. Looking down at the galley in the starboard hull, we see some progress. The windows and opening hatches are all now installed. The chain plate looking into the cabinet there is installed. The stove and oven are in place, and the countertop is in place but protected by the cardboard. Looking into the aft stateroom in the starboard hull, there's not much visible progress. You can see the opening hatch and the windows are now all installed. You can see some wiring being installed, and if you look at the square hole in the back of the bunk there, that is the starboard diesel engine. Looking forward in the galley, we can see the hole for the microwave has been cut out. You can see the ceiling panels are installed. And we can also see the lights are being roughed in as well. Entering the forward guest stateroom in the starboard hull, we can see that the light switch holes have been drilled. The 12-volt charging port hole is there. The ceiling panels are now installed. And looking forward into the head, you can see the electric toilet is now installed.
Ready. Take 101. Toni changed my beloved logo, the logo that I've been using for the first 30 episodes. And she's going to explain why she took the initiative to change my logo. Take it away.
I wanted to make it a little better. We decided to keep the compass rose to represent where we've been and where we're going. And we also added orange to the interior part of it to represent the sunrise and the sunset. And the colors scheme that we're using is navy blue, some of the like teal greenish blue color, and orange.
Do I have to change my watermark too?
Yes, change the watermark. That one.
Right now?
Yes.
Okay, it should be changed. You owe me big time for this. Okay. We also finally completed the graphics mock-up for the boat. We feel it's very unlucky to have a boat delivered and launched without the name on the boat. Our name is Moments in Time. Toni went through every font known to mankind to determine which font would have the name. So you want to explain a little bit about that?
Well, I like a script, and there wasn't a lot of scripts offered. It was mostly block. And we've settled on one that I particularly like because it was a script, but it wasn't too fancy. It was easy to read, and it just looked nice. So should I tell them what script it is?
Might as well.
It's called Fave Script Pro. No.
Fave Script Bold Pro.
Thank you. See, I don't even know what it's called. I just know
not a common script, you know. No. You have to go and get it and download it. We had to work with Seawind.
And Seawind did do that. So hey, you know,
to their credit, they did help us.
They really worked with us, and I think the logo and the name is going to look really nice.
Yes, and we have a mock-up of it. And then on the transom,
we couldn't use the script on the transom because for when you document the boat with the Coast Guard, the letters for the boat name and your home port have to be 4 inches.
Has to be at least 4 inches. It could be larger, but at least 4 inches.
And so in order to do that with the script we did, it wouldn't fit, and the lowercase letters would not have been 4 inches. So we put the name on the back of the boat is in block lettering. Again, it's a simple block lettering script, easy to read, and it has our home port and our name. Moments in Time.
There is surprisingly little room on the transom.
That's true.
And we didn't want to put them on the sugar scoops because we were afraid people kicking them and stuff like that would just wear them off.
And it's going to fill up the back of the boat with our name.
That's what we have to do, yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, we are standing in front of my Christmas tree. This is my Star Trek tree. And I will do a close-up of all my Star Trek ornaments. Toni does not allow me to set this tree up in the living room where everybody goes. So I'm relegated to the downstairs family room. But this is all my Star Trek ornaments. The new this year is Badgie from Lower Decks. and the hand of the Apollo. Not the best ornaments ever listed.
I do have a contribution to this tree. The all blue lights was what I grew up with. So.
And we got the Enterprise tree topper. So if you hate the video, but like the tree, give me a thumbs up for the tree.
And if you like the video but hate the tree,
still give us
a thumbs up.
Yes. Anyway, click all the right buttons. What's the buttons now? This is a test.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Notification.
Yes.
Like.
Yes.
Like, notification, and subscribe. That's it, right? I have confused you, Peter.
Yeah, I want to say there's another one. Subscribe, like, notification bell.
That's good enough for tonight.
We're going with that. Okay. We'll see you in 2024. Yeah. Until the meantime, have a happy, Merry Christmas and a safe, healthy New Year.
Yes.
We're getting so close. Until 2024.
Space, the final frontier.
Enjoy your holidays. Resistance is futile.
This is Captain Janeway of the Federation vessel Delta Flyer. We're on a mission of peaceful exploration.
Shuttlecraft to Enterprise. Shuttlecraft to Enterprise. Spock here. Happy holidays. Live long.